So, leading into my next question, which would you prefer? Do you prefer the retro or do you prefer the modern stuff?
It's not an easy episode, Wes.
You hit me with the hard one first. I got to hit you next.
I appreciate that because I wasn't prepared for, you know. Oh, man. What do I prefer? It's a matter of context, Like, it depends. I really enjoy both. What do I play more in general? I play more modern games in general. Right now, I have very limited time. It's always fun to go back and play a game. Don't get me wrong, but all of that is mostly nostalgia. It's most of the games I have purchased or repurchased are games that from when I was younger, um, and I want to go back and play those again, like GoldenEye on N64. Dude, I'm never not going to stop playing that game. I'm going to be 90 years old. I'm going to retire at home, busting out an N64 playing some GoldenEye. So those hold a special place in my heart. But what am I usually playing is just the new stuff because I'm trying to keep up with some things. It's very difficult. I'm extremely busy right now, so finding time to play anything is hard. I'll give you an example. What I'm playing lately is one old game and one new game, and this happens very frequently. So right
Okay.
now I'm playing a retro game. I'm playing Alan Wake. It's a modern version. It's the Xbox Series X or whatever the last Xbox One version of the game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still an old game. I'm playing that when I can, but the game I'm playing most consistently with my daughter being around is
Uh-huh.
Mario 3D World, which is
Okay.
It's a newer game. It's a Wii U game technically, but it was
Mm-hmm.
remade for the Switch, and I've been playing that more than anything else. So I mean, I guess that's kind of leaning towards retro in my opinion too. So it's kind of going back in the face of what it said. But the game I played the most this year was Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay.
So it's really all over the place. It's really hard for me to say. So to not answer your question, I think I've done a good job.
Okay.
But I like both, and I'll always flow back and forth. But I'm mostly focused on the newest stuff, and I'm very choosy these days. So my time is extremely limited. Like God of War comes out in a few weeks. Call of Duty came out yesterday. I didn't pick it up. God of War comes out in 2 weeks. I'm not even worried about it because I have no time.
Mm.
So I'll probably pick these games up when they're on the cheap, and when I get to them, I'll get to them. But right now, that 3D world, whew, it's
That's
one of
got
the
your
best.
attention.
Dude, that's one of the best Mario games. Period. Full stop. Love that
Okay.
game. What about you?
Interesting. Oh man. I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I'm all over the place, but I enjoy modern stuff. I'm a little bit more choosy as far as like what I'm going to buy. I'm looking forward to God of War, and when God of War comes out, that's all I'm going to play. I just picked
Now, are
up.
you going to open your PS5 for that game, or are you going to play it on PS4?
I don't know. We'll see. I may buy both. I don't know. Yeah, I just bought Gotham Knights. I'm playing that. I'm excited to play that. When Miles Morales came out, I was excited to play that. So I do look forward to playing modern games because that's where we are.
Right.
But I I always go back to retro. Um, it's all nostalgia for me. I like popping in a game that it takes me back. Back then it's like, okay, I can remember where I was, what I was doing at that time playing that game, how I
Yep.
felt playing that game, and I love that. Um, but with the new games, they're very time consuming
Yes.
and
Many of them are.
just don't really have the time like I want to invest in them. So like I play them in spurts, whereas a retro game I could pop in and play for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour and be good. So it's, I bought a couple retro systems, the all-in-ones with the 770,000 games in it and whatever. And it's great. I could pick it up. I'll say, you know what, I'm going to play this today, and I pop it in, start playing for 20 minutes, and I'm good. I don't have an hour, 2 hours to sit and play Gotham Knights like I really want to. So it's that's a tough choice, man. That's a tough answer. I'm on the fence for both. I'm on the
I'm
fence
with
for
you,
both.
man. I'm so glad you brought up the time point because that speaks to me so much right now because I'm trying to play Alan Wake and I'm barely touching the game. The reason Mario 3D World is great is because you can get through a level in a few minutes. It only takes a few minutes. So if something comes up and I get to stop, I'm
Hmm.
done. I can save
Yep.
it, turn it off, I'm good. Alan Wake's like, all right, did I hit a checkpoint? Can I save right now? Like, I think the save points in Alan Wake are pretty decent, but still, like, you're trying to experience the story. Go ahead and try to experience the story in 20-minute chunks. You're not going to remember shit. Like, you have to play that in bigger sections to remember anything that's happening.
You do. You definitely do because especially role playing games like nowadays, it's like you get to a point where there's no save point, or you have to play until you get to a save point, and then if you don't go back and play it often, you're gonna forget what you were doing.
That's why it took me 9 months to beat for Horizon Forbidden West. 9 months because it's like I don't have a lot of time, so I had to find like these small chunks of time each time, and I put about I think over 100 hours in the game. I don't remember exactly, but I put a lot of time in the game. But it took me 9 months to beat that game.
Wow. Yeah. See, with me, like when God of War comes out, like when the last God of War came out, I like lost sleep because I was playing it, and I played it every chance I got. And I'm the type of person where if I go to sleep at night, if I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I'm awake. So I'll just I'm up. I'll go downstairs and I'll play it for 2 3 hours till I get tired, and I'll go back to bed, and then I'll play it again. It's one of those where I play it every chance I get, but at the same time, I got to work.
I'm with you, man. Life gets in the way. If we could all just get like a steady income from the government, like when COVID was happening, but just constantly, I'd have so much more free time to do this stuff I actually want to do. It'd be amazing.
I know, man. I miss the days of being a game tester because we got paid for playing games, and it was enjoyable. We stayed home and played games. Tell us what you think.
Dude, that's incredible. Where did you do that at? Because I'm not even familiar with this.
Oh, I did it for Acclaim a couple
Oh, you
times.
did.
Mhm.
That's awesome, man. I didn't know that. Do they send it, like? Did you have to go somewhere? Or did they just send you the game to your house and you would like test it from there?
Because they were in, like, I think, Oyster Bay, New York.
Oh,
They
okay,
were they would prefer if you went to their facility, but there was times that I couldn't get up there. So, we in the store we had our Acclaim rep, who was really
hmm
cool. And he would send me a game. He's like, "Oh, I'll put you on the list, and I understand you're so far, and we'll send it to you, and you can play it and test it, and you'd have to write a report of how you felt and what was working, what wasn't working." But it
that's
was
awesome. I never knew you did that. That's awesome.
yeah, I did it for a couple games, but it was like, man, if we could get paid just to play games, I mean, esports, that's what they do. That's the big thing
They're
now.
like
But
master crafts. I mean, they're like a step away from athletes. They're like almost on the same level. It's super competitive.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
the problem I have with esports is all the rampant cheating that happens and like the bullshit that goes on. It's like, dude, if that was happening in the NFL wouldn't exist. Like every time somebody's caught cheating, it's a huge scandal.
Oh, of
And like
course.
in esports, I feel like somebody's caught cheating like every other week.
But they're getting paid to play games.
True.
So see, if we could just stay at home and play whatever we want to play and still get paid, life would be good. Then I'd have a lot more time to play and open up some of these games that I still have on my shelf sealed.
This is a great time to remind everybody to go support us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdenthusiast.
Yes. Allow me to stay home.
Yes, please. We would love to just review games for you guys all day. Only you can make that happen.